How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be continuing the What If that was plagued by rewrites and delays. Sorry this series has been taking so long, but with my new upload schedule, it's finally time to get this What If going again. So, make sure to get this video to 600 likes, that way I know you guys want me to keep it going. Anyways, huge shout out to all of my amazing patrons who really help keep this channel going. If you guys want to become a patron and get updates on future videos, scripts, and a chance to get your own What If turned into a video, then make sure to go and pledge down below. It would mean so much. And real quick, I want to introduce the new patrons I've gotten recently, which is Tom Gar, Lava Wolf, and Wesley. Thank you guys for becoming patrons. It really does mean so much to me. With that out of the way, let's get back into this scenario. We last left off with the last of the Z fighters blasting off towards Namek and trying to undo the damage Buu left behind. All of the strongest fighters are all gone now. They don't know about Buu's absorption powers, so as far as they're concerned, everybody is dead. All of them mourn heavily, thinking that their lives have now changed forever with them gone. Goten and Trunks take it the hardest, with their dads, who were apparently the strongest in the universe, being killed just like that. They want to go and kill Buu themselves, but they're too weak and know they'll be killed right away. The only way for them to get their homes and families back is with the Dragon Balls. Luckily, this ship is an upgrade of Goku's old Capsule Corp ship, so the trip should only take about 2 days total instead of the 6 like it did originally. That's still a lot of time, and Krillin is extremely worried about Buu sensing their energies and being able to get to them. Roshi tells him that they're far enough away from Earth now where Buu won't be able to sense them. They're already halfway to Namek, so right now they just have to hope and pray. Back on Earth, Buu is satisfied he managed to get the Dragon Balls out of the occasion, but is curious as to the whereabouts of the other Z fighters. He wants to absorb some more people, and he especially wants to absorb Bulma because of her intelligence. He could certainly use that. He searches the planet and finds no traces of them. Where exactly could they have gone? He can't sense their energy, and while he figures that Goten and Trunks would be able to suppress their energies, the other humans not so much. Perhaps they're just hiding away and training to get strong enough to beat him. That's no big deal. Even 1,000 years of training won't be enough to defeat him. He'll just destroy more and more of this planet in hopes of getting them to come out, which is exactly what Buu does, rampaging Earth, killing so many, all in hopes of the others to come out and face him. Luckily, with Buu distracted in his genocide, the others are able to make it to Namek. The others are very happy to see Krillin again, as he was a big reason they were saved from Frieza, and ask him what it is he needs. Krillin tells the Namekians that a great evil has appeared on Earth, killing almost all of his friends, including Gohan, who was here with him years ago. The Namekians hate to hear that Gohan is one of these victims. He was also a huge help in saving Namek. They say they will do their best to go and gather the Dragon Balls. Krillin thanks them all, and the others go with the Namekians in their hunt. While going around the planet trying to gather up the Dragon Balls, Krillin can sense a looming evil presence arriving to the planet. The others can sense it too, wondering if Buu has finally found them. No, it can't be Buu. There are a lot of other energies traveling towards them too. They all look up in the sky, seeing a gigantic ship that Krillin and Bulma recognize right away, as being part of the Frieza Force. The ship lands in front of them, with King Cold stepping out to greet them. Krillin shudders. Frieza? How's he still alive? He watched Piccolo kill him with his own eyes. King Cold tells Krillin to be quiet, as he is not Frieza. He is his father. He was wondering what exactly happened to Frieza all those years ago. He knew Frieza went to Namek, but he never returned. When he came to check up on him, he found all the Namekians thriving with life, which to him meant that Frieza never arrived on the planet, and something must have happened to him on the way there. He has been searching for over a decade, and one of the scouts he deployed on this planet radioed back, saying they saw what appeared to be a Saiyan. Frieza was supposed to have wiped them all out, so maybe this Saiyan knew what happened to him. He was mistaken though, it was only an Earthling. He would love to get to know this Piccolo though, and make him pay for ending his son's life. Krillin tells him there's no way that's going to happen. They have much bigger matters they need to attend to, and they're not going to let some knockoff Frieza get in the way of that. Goten and Trunks tell Krillin that they can fight this guy. They're strong enough. Krillin tells them to stand down though. He can handle this one. They need to go out with the others to search for the Dragon Balls. This is his chance to finally redeem himself for failing to protect the Namekians and almost dying to Frieza. He can do this. Goten and Trunks persist, but Bulma and Chi-Chi grab them by their ears, telling them to listen for once, and drag them away to gather the balls. Roshi stays behind with Krillin, telling him he can deal with the soldiers by himself. That way he can give Krillin some space for the fight. King Cold tells Krillin he's a fool for thinking he has a chance against the Emperor of the Universe. Especially him. A little human. If he was a Saiyan, then maybe he could have a challenge, but this will barely even be an exercise. Krillin just smiles at Cold and yells out, Kaio-Ken. Cold is rushed by Krillin, and punched right across the face. Cold goes flying away and Krillin rushes after him. Cold's forces turn to go and help their leader, but Roshi fires a distraction Kamehameha, saying they're dealing with him. Cold can't believe he's really being beaten up by a human, and tries his best to do something to get him away. Krillin knows all about transformations this race has, and that Cold looks just like Frieza's second form. That must mean he has at least 2 more transformations. He never got to see Frieza's final form, but if this is Frieza's father, he might have an even stronger final form than him. He needs to end this before Cold is able to transform at all. Cold fires multiple ki blasts towards Krillin, which he deflects right back at Cold to push him into the ground. Krillin continuously punches Cold around, with him getting injured pretty fast, but since he's so durable, he's not dead yet. Goten, Trunks, and their moms go and quickly gather up the Dragon Balls, with them being attacked by other Cold soldiers who want them for themselves. Goten and Trunks transform into Super Saiyans to get rid of these soldiers for as long as they can. The Namekians summon Porunga, with Porunga's appearance being enough to distract his soldiers and Cold once the sky goes dark and they see the dragon. Krillin is able to use this distraction to his advantage, kicking Cold into the sky and launching a Destructo Disc straight at him. Cold is cut right in half, falling right into the ground, bleeding and coughing up blood. Krillin charges up his most powerful Kamehameha and eradicates the remains of Cold, ending the Frost Demon's reign on this universe. The soldiers are still being dealt with by Roshi and the boys, meaning Bulma and Chi-Chi have enough time to ask Porunga their first wish, if the Earth is still there. They want to make sure, since if they revive everybody and there's no Earth, they would just die again in the vacuum of space. Luckily, Porunga says that the Earth is still there, though all of its inhabitants are being wiped out by the evil Majin Buu. The group's next wish is for everybody who was killed by Buu to be revived. On Earth, Piccolo and Shin appear back right where they died. Shin asks Piccolo how they came back and where everybody else is. Shouldn't they have come back too? Piccolo tells Shin that they must not be dead. Buu did absorb them, but they must be still alive inside of him. They need to get out of here quick before Buu goes after them again. Just as they go to fly away, Buu appears in front of them looking very angry. Buu asks them how the hell they are back, as he knows killing Piccolo would stop the Dragon Balls from working, so what did they do? Piccolo says he has no idea what happened, but this just proves that Buu can't defeat them no matter what he does. All of the damage he can cause will be undone in one way or the other. There's no way he will defeat them all. Buu becomes madder and madder, preparing a ki blast to kill them both again. He's sick of this, saying he'll keep killing them forever if he has to. They're not going to be able to defeat him, ever. Buu launches the blast, with it just disappearing. Piccolo, Shin, and Buu are confused on what just happened. Shin is then smacked upside the head and yells out in pain. Piccolo turns to see some purple cat guy standing there looking very angry. Beerus yells at Shin for dying on the job, and he's lucky that they came back to life. If he ever does something like that again, he'll beat him within an inch of his life. Now, what exactly happened? Shin apologizes to Beerus, saying that Majin Buu killed him, the same guy who killed all the other Supreme Kais millennia ago. Beerus looks up at Buu, saying he does remember hearing something about this guy, but he was sleeping last time he went on his rampage. He didn't really care before, but killing him is where he crosses the line. Beerus flies up to Buu, asking if he can at least put up a fight. Buu laughs, saying this guy seems pretty confident in himself. Does he really think he can defeat Buu? Buu is flicked far away as Beerus yawns in boredom. Buu flies back up to Beerus, with him dodging all of his strikes. He says he's not amused and wants this guy to actually start trying. Buu unleashes his own Kaio-Ken times 100 instantly, catching Beerus off guard, and he's actually struck in the head. Buu gets cocky now, striking Beerus more and more while laughing. Beerus then grabs Buu's arm, saying those are some pretty wimpy strikes. Did Shin really let himself be killed by this guy? Buu keeps upgrading his Kaio-Ken to match Beerus, which is interesting to him, as this guy keeps getting stronger and stronger as the fight goes on. He's burning himself up though, as he can see little pieces of him disintegrating. Doesn't seem like a good idea to keep it up this way. Buu yells at him to shut up, using all of his new moves he's gotten from the Z Fighters, but Beerus is able to easily negate these attacks, and continue to ridicule Buu, who then decides to do what he knows best and absorb Beerus. But as he tries, Beerus is able to see into Buu and realize where exactly he's getting his power from. Beerus Hakai's away the part of Buu trying to absorb him, and then appears behind him, putting his hand on his back. Beerus uses his Hakai to spread energy throughout Buu, which destroys all of the shells inside of him, freeing those who he absorbed. Buu begins to change, and he screams he reverts back to his fat Buu self. Beerus is disgusted by looking at what Buu really looks like, a fat, disgusting blob. Buu decides to just blow himself up to end this, but Beerus doesn't want Shin to die again, so he punches Buu in the gut, and then Hakai's him away. Luckily, the Hakai only erased every part of Buu, and not the people inside of him, so Goku, Gohan, Tien, Yamcha, Vegeta, and future Trunks pop back into normal size, falling to the ground. Beerus looks at Vegeta and is pretty interested in seeing him here, as he thought he was killed when Frieza blew up the planet. Guess there are still some Saiyans left alive. He wants something to do with Saiyans actually, but he can't think of what off the top of his head. He won't even be able to get a fight out of them in the state they are in now, so he'll just come back to ask once he remembers. Beerus goes down to grab Shin and says they're gonna have a nice long chat back on his planet about him dying. Beerus and Shin go back to Whis and head back to his planet. Piccolo is very confused as this random god just showed up and saved them all, and he took Shin? What the hell just happened? Krillin and the others then appear on a planet next to Piccolo, as they used a last wish from Purunga to teleport themselves back to Earth. Piccolo says that Buu was killed by somebody Shin knows, and he dealt with Buu in no time at all. He thanks all the humans, as he doesn't think he would have shown up if they didn't do what they do and bring them all back. Luckily, on Namek, all of the soldiers are killed by Roshi, Goten, and Trunks, saving Namek from the Frost Demons. When all of the heroes awaken, it is a happy reunion, and they all go through explaining what happened. Hearing that they lost is a huge deal to all of the heroes involved. They weren't able to stop the threat this time. Sure, they had difficulty with Frieza and Cell, but there was always one of them strong enough to defeat them. This time, they barely won, and if it wasn't for the Namekian Dragon Balls and that strange guy Shin knew, the Earth and maybe even the universe would be destroyed. This loss motivates all of the Z fighters to train even harder than before, as they can't let something like this happen again. Vegeta also decides to go up to Kakarot, telling him he's been a nuisance on the group for long enough. Maybe, if he knew the Kaio-Ken as well, they would have had a better chance on defeating Buu. Goku asks Vegeta what exactly he's saying, and he tells him he wants Goku to teach him the Kaio-Ken. And that's where we're going to be leaving this episode for right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the end of this Buu Saga, and are looking forward to the next episode. It was a lot of fun to combine a lot of different storylines here, and I hope you guys thought so as well. Again, if you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe, as it really shows me you want more content like this one. Thank you all so much for watching, and until we meet again. See you later!